Hi, I'm Bill Snodgrass, and in this video I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the origins of the World of Siliar. The World of Siliar began back in the mid-1980s when my lifelong friend Cameron Walker and I began developing a fantasy role-play game system, and Siliar was the stage on which the adventures in that game were acted out. Around 1985-86, our lives began to spin in different directions, and the playing of the game, which we cleverly called the game, came to an end. But the work that we had put into developing the world and the maps and some of the characters carried on and inspired me to begin writing a comprehensive story in which some of those characters could meet each other and some of those characters could interact. The stories that emerged over the next 18 years were far, far removed from the campaigns that we ran playing the game. And by 2005, the first version of the opus was complete, weighing in at about 2,500 pages, and no real story ends anywhere between page 1 and page 2,500. It was a unpublishable, unattainable, unengageable body of work. Some years later, in 2016, I began a major overhaul. I began with page 1 and all the way through and began to rewrite and to create much more depth to the characters and much more depth to the story. And I found places along the old storyline where a story could end and a new story could begin. Some were created, some were adapted from the first work. So the work that began in 2016 and ended in the middle of 2017 resulted in an 11-book series that is called the Thriceborn series, and a sum of around 1.2 or 1.3 million words, 11 distinct stories, each with a beginning and an end, but the characters move through all 11 stories. For the most part, the same characters appear and move through the stories, although new characters come in all along the way, and they have their side stories and things as well. So the origins go back to the early mid-1980s, and the result is this incredibly detailed, incredibly sensible, logical world in which fantasy stories are played out. There are themes of good versus evil all throughout, and there is a huge emphasis on the people in the stories. My oldest son has helped me with some of the character development, and one of the things that he felt was the strength of the work was the characters seem like real people, and you get to know them. And you don't like them all, and you like some of them, but every character is rounded out enough that you kind of know whether you like them or not. My second son added some ideas that twisted the plot around a little bit and brought in some really interesting pieces of excitement. And between them and myself and other people who have shared thoughts along the way, the result is this now 13-book opus. There are 2 books that spin off that are completed, and a couple more that are in the outline stage. This is not a completed absolute, nothing's going to be added. This is a work in progress. 13 books are done and complete, and I'm rolling them out through the World of Siliar website so that they can be accessible by people who find interest in this kind of thing. It's an innovative project. This is not the first time I have spun off on an internet publication system that was different than anyone else was doing. Around the same time I finished writing the original opus, we started a publishing company that was called Double Edge Publishing, and it was a very successful independent press that resulted in some very creative and unique ways of publishing online. So I've taken what I learned through that and what has evolved over the last 13 years, and I've come up with the World of Siliar website, which is a portal into the world of Siliar, the fiction project. I'm sure that you will have more questions to ask. Please ask them. I'll answer them here or in other videos. I appreciate you watching. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications, and again, as I said, leaving a comment or a question. You can also leave comments and questions on the discussion forums of the website portal, so check that out as well. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.